goodness. Oh, wow! In your life have you seen anything like that?
Hello and welcome back to the Cutliner Golf Podcast, brought to you by the TAB. My name is Cal Tiley, and I'm joined in studio yet again by the one, the only, Paul Mawate. Paul, how are you, man?
Good, thank you, Cal. We're under the red light, but we're still going.
We are.
We're still going. So golf is still going.
Golf is still going.
Plenty of golf on. So, yeah, looking forward to it.
Yes, and joining us from afar, Tom Hills. Tom, how's the week been, mate?
It's pretty good. Bit of recovery sort of Sunday, Monday after the Karaka Million races up here over the weekend. Managed to take a few clients out to Titirangi on Friday and got well and truly beaten up. Actually registered my first par of the round on the 16th.
Wow. And
parred my way home to have the match thanks to my 72-year-old playing partner who beat me off the stick.
That is the most rattling sentence I've heard in a little while.
Yeah, I did have one birdie in there, but I lost a lot of balls and played terrible. So, yeah.
Wow. What did you shoot?
97, I think.
Oh, at least you broke the ton. Ooh.
Yeah, well, like I said, I parred the last three holes to break 100, and finally I won a hole for us coming down the stretch to have a match. So,
and that's
not all bad.
That's how you get back next week. It's consistent.
Yes, yeah, I'm booked in at Akarana on Saturday, so hopefully a bit of improvement coming up.
Nice. Wow. Someone that went a lot better than you, Tom. Thomas Peters wins in Abu Dhabi.
In the desert,
yep.
By the seaside.
By the seaside. Yas Links. His sixth win on the DP World Tour, formerly known as the European Tour. Is Thomas Peters a bona fide winner now, Paul?
Well, you just said he won, so yes, he is a bona fide winner. But
do we need to be scared of Thomas Peters? I think he's a very angry man, and we should definitely be scared of him. But in terms of golf,
no. And I say that because I think it would be wrong to call him a journeyman, because he has had success on a number of occasions.
He's still only 29.
He seems a lot older. It just seems like he's been around a lot longer.
Yeah,
I guess. But I still see him a long way away from recording a major win.
He's won twice in his last three starts.
I still see him a long, long way from recording a major win just because of the cream that's at the top of the pile at the moment.
Yeah. Tom, where do you sit on your namesake, Thomas Peters?
Yeah, I think journeyman's pretty tough for a 29-year-old to have.
Yes, I wouldn't call him that. I definitely wouldn't call him that.
You look at a lot of guys, a lot bigger names than him who have, probably played more on the PGA Tour. But I think he's cool. He's sort of that European line. He's going to be sort of looking at, I don't know, some Ryder Cups in years to come, I think. I like him. He's exciting. Maybe that sort of Linksy style is his go. Maybe if he's going to look at a major, it might be something like the Open. But yeah, can't argue with six wins, can you?
You can't, and his form recently pretty good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and there's last 8 starts: T9, T9, T39, miscut, T16, 1, 15, 1.
Wow.
I mean, he'd be one of the hottest golfers on the planet at the moment, and probably in with a big shout this week, you'd think.
I'm getting a sort of a feeling that he might be in someone's selections.
No, he won't be. He won't feature in my selections, but I might have just talked myself into it in the last 30 seconds. We'll see. We also, last week we covered the LPGA Tournament of Champions
down there at Florida.
You guys follow it?
I did.
Who won?
Danielle Kang.
Did Danielle Kang?
which shouldn't be a surprise. She was in the sort of the top 5 or 6 betting before the tournament started. Of course, a market dominated by one of the Quarter sisters, Nelly,
Yes.
who wasn't the defending champion,
No.
but certainly was there or thereabouts. In fact, there are about 3 or 4 on that final day that had a chance to take the win. And I think the defining hole was that par 5 that Danielle birdied on the final day. She put it's one of those umbrella greens where it just rolls off sort of thing.
A mini putt green, if you will.
Yeah, that sort of green. So she put her second shot just to the right, I think, not too far off, but her bump and run, which finished just shy of the hole, was a great shot, and she had the birdie to extend her lead to, I think it was 3 shots at that stage.
Yeah.
Just very, very cold in Florida.
Yeah. Not something you
Sort of
you
would
associate
normally
with Florida.
No, but there was a bit of wet weather gear on, but they were also wrapped up pretty tight as well.
What about Nelly putting on a puffer jacket in between walking from the green to the tee? Tom, surely that's we don't need that.
Screams there as if you don't want to be there, doesn't it?
He did shoot +3 in the final day.
Yeah, it's not a good sign, is it? When you want someone warm and ready to go. I mean, put a polyprop on underneath, but don't be putting on a jacket between shots. Have some hand warmers in the pockets or something. I think that's overkill.
They'd have no chance down here in little old New Zealand in a gusting southerly middle of June.
No chance at Lambeau at this time of the year either.
No, it's not that's not. We're not talking about football, Paul. We're talking about golf. All right.
But yeah, Danielle thoroughly deserved the win.
Yeah.
Liddy had a nice finish as well. Well, not a nice finish, but she
T10.
Yeah, a top 10.
Yeah, another one who blew out of the last day.
What was it?
+2. Yeah. Not much else to say really for the.
It's just one of those tournaments where they've got the celebrities involved as well, which sort of takes away a wee bit.
Leave me out of that. Let's get the men and the women tournament of champions together.
Yeah,
it's
like the Vic Open in Australia.
Yeah, it would be the easiest of the two to combine. Surely, with only 30 players on each side, like you could run it as 2 separate tournaments, still have alternating tees, men, women, or you mix them together or whatever. Just, yeah. Anyway, Tom, did you watch any of the PGA Tour last week?
No, I caught a bit of the DP stuff, but none of the PGA Tour stuff, to be honest. So,
Danny Lee played a bit of golf.
Did he? Did
on
he
one hole.
Oh, talk me through it. Was it
sort of
putting that let him down again?
No, it wasn't.
That's a shame.
It was a par 3, water, basically everywhere. It was almost an island green, and he hit his tee shot, and did it hit the rocks on the side of the green and bounce into the water? And then he took a drop off to the left of the green, but there was still water between him and the green, and I think he got recorded an 8, 7 or an 8 on that hole, and he was at that stage in the top 5 at 10 under.
Tough scenes. Well, he missed the cut at 5 under. I think he only missed it by 1.
Well, that's the hole there that did it for him.
There you go. Patrick Cantlay was on about 55 watch for majority of the first round. He was 8 under through 9 holes or something. Ended up 9th, but the winner, Hudson Swafford, finished with a final round 8 under to win by 2, -23. Exactly. Who the hell is Hudson Swafford? Have you ever heard of him before?
I've heard the name. Well,
I've heard the name.
It's very much an American name, is it? Hudson. That's an American. In fact, it's an American golfer's name.
There was something on social media. The top four of the tournament last week: Hudson Swafford, Tom Hoagie, Lanto Griffin, and someone Hodges. And someone on social media said that sounds like a high-end law firm. Swafford, Hoagie, Griffin, and Hodges.
Hence why I wasn't rushing to watch the final round.
No.
Wasn't intriguing, was it?
But do you know how many times Hudson Swafford has won on the PGA Tour?
Once.
What, including that one?
Yeah.
Thrice. 3 times. He won the 2017 Career Builder Challenge. Obviously didn't build his career that well, given we don't know him.
No.
The 2020 Corrales Punta Cana and the American Express.
Yeah, not a lot. Those two you mentioned, the Punta Cana usually doesn't get the best fields because there's usually another bigger tournament on at the same time.
Yeah.
And the Career Builder also sounds like another sort of tournament where the
Like a
big
career
names,
builder.
the career names are doing something else. The big names are doing something else.
Any guesses, Tom, as to how much money he's earned in his career?
This will be 3 wins, so he's been on tour for a while. I'd say $7 million.
I'm going to go 10.
Paul's closest, 9.4 million. And he got 1.3 of that last week. So
pretty good going.
Really battling. Doing better than us, at least.
Wow, better than you and I. I mean, Paul's the one on the big bucks, isn't he?
True. Paul's been around a long time.
Fair dinkum.
He's been chipping away at the Career Builder Challenge for a long time.
This is the Career Builder podcast. Fair dinkum. I'm going nowhere.
Oh. Speaking of going nowhere, let's have a look at our betting results last week.
Oh.
Given that sigh, Tom, I don't think doesn't sound like you've gone very well.
Me and Tom, we had a sweep.
Oh, that means someone didn't have a sweep.
You had Matilda Castron, who tied for 10th with Lydia Ko at the Tournament of Champions. Was
paying
270. Yeah. Half divvies. Yeah.
$1.35. Tough scenes. So we get $13.
$13.50. Yeah.
$13.50 back.
Yep.
I only lost $76.50.
Yeah.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who I'm very disappointed in. Shane Lowry.
He had every opportunity.
He had one hand on that trophy and then threw it away 5 times on the last day.
He'll be back this week.
There we go. Early crow.
I was very disappointed with my favourite Norwegian, Victor Hovland, who birdied the last to knock Tyrell Hatton out of the top 5.
You hate to see it.
But to be fair, Tyrell had a the conditions were terrible on, was it the Friday, the round 2?
Second day, yeah.
Yeah, round 2. And Tyrell, he just didn't really appreciate it. It's like you just take your medicine in those sorts of conditions. And he had a terrible, I think he finished 5 over for that round. And then final round had a 5 under to sneak in for a tie of 6th place.
He was only, 3 shots behind Peters. He could have won that by 3 or 4 had he parred the 18th hole 4 days in a row.
He didn't like that. No, he didn't.
He had a double and a 9, a 7 and a 9
on a par 5.
Did you hear his comments about the?
Yeah, I actually saw a clip of him. Not sure it was on the 18th or another hole where he's hit approach and just gone AWOL, and they've had to apologise for his language. And then obviously his comments to the media afterwards about 18th sound like he wasn't the greatest fan and potentially put the acid on them basically to fix it, or he won't be back. Personally, I wouldn't be changing my golf course based on one angry little. He's English, isn't he? Yeah, one angry little Englishman. Yeah, what did you make of the course anyway? Like, I actually I see Rory didn't seem to be the biggest fan as well. It was actually not bad watching. I sort of caught a bit of it in the big undulations on the greens and stuff. Like I saw one hole where I think Victor was chipping on the green and managed to chip it off the green down sort of the edge, and Rafa Cabrera-Bello also had to sort of chip on the green, I think, just to get it over the slope and actually get it close enough to where he wanted to go, which I don't mind seeing. But yeah.
Anytime you see the pros under a bit of pressure and struggling somewhat, I get enjoyment out of watching that.
You prefer watching something like that as opposed to a tournament where they win with a score of 35 under or something? Or you've got room for both?
I can also get behind a tournament at 35 under if it's a shootout. If there's, 3 or 4 guys doing it, not the whole field, but if it's But I do like seeing them struggle because it makes it more relatable, way more relatable.
You think if they're struggling on a course, what are we going to do?
Well, actually, did you see? I saw it on social again. How good social media just gives you everything. The women's tournament, the LPGA, was as you said, Paul, a pro-am event, and they had some celebrities playing in. Marty Fish.
Yep,
one of them
won it 3 times.
Plus 2.8 handicap. There was a graphic of something like, how do you think you would go in an LPGA tournament? And it listed a few of the guys playing versus the woman. Guys, they were playing off the same tees, same course, obviously. Through 3 rounds, Nelly Korda was leading at -13. Marty Fish on a plus 2.8 was +8.
A wee bit off.
A little bit off.
A wee bit off.
Just goes to show
the difference
in golf and us mortals and the professionals.
Marty Fish, jeez.
Yeah.
He's got.
I don't know. Maybe he's having a tough week, but still.
No, but I didn't realise he was a what? Plus
2.8.
That's great.
Yeah. Anyway. Let's move on. Just quickly, Tom, do you see Akshay Bhatia? Do you know who he is?
I think I do. Yes, I did hear about him actually. I heard about I think he's got 500,000 followers on Instagram or something, doesn't he? And then he
just ticked over 100,000, I think.
Yes, and I think he said that was up there with winning the event on the Corn Ferry Tour this weekend. And another fun fact, he actually has his girlfriend on the bag who cleans his grooves with her nails, which I'm not sure is advisable. But I mean, that's the young crop of golfers coming through. I don't know how you go with your missus on the bag, boys, but interesting.
Is he a millennial?
Well, I don't know, Paul. You and I could be young. I've got no idea.
It's just, it's right up there with my Victory having 100,000 followers on what is it? Instagram.
Paul's only on TikTok. He doesn't know what Instagram is.
Oh, TikTok! I'll tell you what, some great recipes, and I've picked up a few golf tips there as well. So yeah,
we did a TikTok over the break, didn't we?
Well, I thought we did, but we didn't.
No, it was a reel.
Yeah,
a reel on Instagram.
Yeah, and I've got a contract with TikTok. I can't appear on reels.
Well, if you want to see it, head to a competing podcast, Deep Rough, and check out the reel there with Paul and I. Back to Akshay. He, 19-year-old, winning professional golf tournament, decided to forego college and just
straight to
professional golf and try and get himself cashed up, get a head start on the rest of this young crop of golfers coming through, and it seems to be paying off.
Yeah, he's building his career.
I think he's built his career.
He's doing very, very well.
Yeah. Only the third teenager to win on the Corn Ferry Tour. Can you name the others? And I know you can because I've put it in the sheet.
One's an Australian.
Yes.
Just check the sheet.
J Day,
one of them.
Oh yes, and Sanjay,
yes. So he's in pretty good company there.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, one more thing in the world of golf before we move on. Just on similar to Hatton's blow up. Did you see John Rahm blow up about the Amex last week?
I saw him. I didn't see him blow up.
This
What is it? It's a stupid effing course. It's just a putting contest.
Something along the lines of that.
That's the quote.
But right in front of, walking past the fans with all their phones out, and the guy that filmed it, he's just phone there, got it. And then Rahm walks past, and then you can hear his missus or someone in the background. Did you get that? Did you get it? I got it.
Oh, it's good to see Rahm back, eh? Things have almost been going too well for him recently, and it's good to see he's human and good to see a bit of fire still in the Spaniard's belly. I love it, personally.
I like that, and I can get behind Hatton blowing up too. Maybe not blowing up the 18th green like he suggested, but blowing up with the F-bombs and not happy with his shot selection. I'm all for that.
He is definitely he is an angry man.
He is.
He can play golf though.
Did you guys see the European tour, the DP World Tour, the latest social video they've done?
Were they making fun of him?
No, the 1 yard fairway.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The F1 track in Abu Dhabi, down the home straight, they've got a strip of grass that's 1 yard wide, and Tyrrell, Rory, and was it
Tommy?
Morikawa? Tom?
I don't know. I can't remember.
I think it was Morikawa. Yeah, those three were trying to hit this. They had to land it on the stretch of grass and hold it on. And so all three of them are hitting balls, smashing balls, and
What, with the driver?
driver. Yep. And it was good to see. Colin Morikawa was getting very angry, and Hatton turns around to him after he missed one, and he said, "Just throw it, mate. Doesn't make you a bad person."
I've been there.
And then Hatton went on to do it, landed it on and held it. It's impressive. Go watch it. Anyway, we move on.
Yep.
Kiwi Corner. Paul,
How good?
over to you.
How good? Well, let's start with Stephen Elker. Wow.
Tom, second year syndrome question has been answered.
Forget about it. Oh,
Man.
so close. Lost in a playoff to Miguel Jimenez and Miguel Jimenez, who he's one of my favorite golfers.
Yeah. You wouldn't mind losing to him, would you?
No. But Elker, he's just continued on the form that he showed towards the end of the Champions Tour last season.
Yep.
So it doesn't look like it was just a flash in the pan, just a first year sort of lucky. He's the real deal on the Champions Tour. He's
good to see.
like a great bottle of Burgundy. Just getting better with age, that boy. God bless him. Foxy.
Man.
Wow. He was there.
I see you went fishing again.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Yes. You'll find fish anywhere, even in the desert.
Lydia, as we said, top 10 finish. She probably, I don't know, she blew out a few cobwebs, I think. And I'm not sure if the Pro-Am, I thought the Pro-Am format might suit her because she's quite a chatty person anyway. I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe it depends on who she's paired with in terms of the celebrity. So, but she went all right. She went okay.
Just another top 10 for Linz.
Yeah. I mean,
there's only 30 in the field, wasn't there? I mean, it's not.
You don't do that to
Not
Linz,
beating
mate.
too much.
Don't do that.
I think we set the bar so high with Lydia because she's been so good that when it's just a top 10 finish, it's just a top 10 finish.
We did this. I think we talked about this last year. I went on like a deep dive on Lydia's stats, and her top 10 percentage this is from memory. I could be completely wrong. 70% of tournaments, top 10, something like that. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Even when she wasn't winning
Moneymaker
tournaments, she was still finishing up towards the top of the leaderboard. So well done to her. Nick Folk.
Yeah.
Corn Ferry.
He's kind of the forgotten man of New Zealand golf.
He is
isn't he?
yes, because we've got Daniel Hillier over on the European side. And as you say, Nick's sort of slightly forgotten, but he did play last week and finished, I think, 1 under in a tie for 38th. What tournament was it? It was
The one that Akshay won.
the Bahamas.
Because they went back to back, and they're playing now, I think, in the second tournament. But I don't think he's in the field.
No, the Bahamas Great Exuma Classic. Yes, correct. Which Bhatia won at 14 under, 2 shots clear of the next second place. So Nick Buck doing well. And Jaden Ford won the Avondale Amateur.
That's huge for Jaden. That's huge.
How good.
He's a very good golfer.
Do we know what course his home course is here? Jaden Ford?
Judgeford. He's a greenkeeper at the Morgans.
Is that fair income?
Fair income. And maybe Royal or somewhere else. I've seen him practicing at Royal before.
Nice.
I was next to him on the practice fairway, just him and I, on the driving range at Royal Wellington, and I shanked 3 straight past his face. For reference, I was trying to play with my glasses on for the first time ever, and I couldn't. The depth perception wasn't great. And it was embarrassing. I was,
When they go back and say, "Oh, what was the turning point of your career, Jaden?" Well, I was next to this clown on the driving range at Royal Wellington. 3 balls just flew past me face.
The worst thing was I took the glasses off, started hitting them flush. Thought I'll try this again, put them back on, and then shank.
Oh, superb.
Sorry, carry on.
This week, of course, Danny Lee was also playing last week and had an absolute shocker on one particular hole. He's also playing this week.
Big odds.
At Torrey Pines, of course. Lydia Coe is going round again. And Ryan Fox is still in the desert. Hopefully golfing a wee bit more than fishing this weekend.
Nice. Very nice. All righty. Should we get to the betting preview? The big juicy part of the podcast here. We're covering all 3 tours this week. So strap in.
Oh, crikey.
It's going to get wild.
Wow.
We'll start with the PGA Tour. Paul, what do you know about the Farmers Insurance Open and the Great Torrey Pines?
Well, as you say, it's played at the Torrey Pines, the north and south course. They alternate between the north and south for the first 2 rounds, and then after the cut, play the final around 3 and 4 at the harder south course. The 2008 US Open was played there. You probably remember it. It was the one where Tiger Woods beat Rocco Mediate
on one leg.
On one leg. In fact, they came back, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, 18-hole playoff.
Yeah. John Rahm likes it here.
He does.
He likes it a lot.
Yep.
You certainly need distance off the tee here. Accuracy not as important. Around the green, if your short game's going well, that will also help. And don't tell John Rahm, but apparently you need to be quite a good putter to play here. If you're looking for some course correlation, then have a look up north of the border to the Canadian Open, where a number of players who have had success there have also had success here at the Farmers Insurance.
Yeah, nice. In my notes here, I had the phrase "drive for show, putt for dough" circled, where, as you say, if you're long off the tee, you'll have the advantage, but it will come down to your ability to find the green and putt the ball in the hole. Of the guys who finished inside the top 10 last year, 3 of them were top 10 in strokes gained putting, and 4 of them were top 10 strokes gained around the green. So pretty key stats there for me. Tom, anything to add there? The Torrey Pines.
A couple of things. With the NFL Championships on this week, it actually starts on Wednesday, so Thursday our time. So just be aware of that if you're looking to get bets on. And then if you are looking at betting on a first round leader, the North course is definitely the easier of the 2. So I'm assuming the odds sort of reflect that in terms of first round leaders. But if you're going to do that, I'd certainly be looking at someone who's starting on the North course.
We've actually got, sorry, just to interrupt.
They usually split it, don't
Breaking
they?
news on the Cutline podcast here. Yeah, we've actually got first round leader for both courses.
Yeah.
I see. Bugger. Okay. Well, there goes my edge that I was sort of anticipating, but that makes sense, doesn't it, when you're playing two different courses?
Yeah.
Okay, so just ignore that last sort of 30 seconds then. And other than that, yeah, like you say, I'm looking at guys that can hit long this week. I think driving distance, birdies on par fives. There's lots of par fours. So I think guys who are sort of up there in terms of approaches from some 200 plus are going to be in the mix.
Nice. Let's start with me, because I won last week.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Lost
you were
least.
the least loser.
Just, normal transmission has resumed on the Cutline, hasn't it? I'm torn this week. I'm torn. If I say a name and you've got it on your sheet, let me know and I'll go the other way.
Natalie Imbruglia.
I'm tossing up between Xander and my boy Tony this week.
Yep. I've got Tony in my mix here, mate.
You've got Tony in the mix?
Yes.
Well, I'll go.
Do you want to know something?
Well, you've got Xander.
I've got Tony.
Oh, you've got Tony?
Yes.
Well, okay, we could go two ways here. I could go Xander and keep it mixed up, or
Tony becomes
a
whoop whoop.
We can all go in on Tony, and I like that one. I like that. That sounds better.
Do it.
So let's go Tony Finau at $26. Big Toner now, two-time winner on the PGA Tour. This guy loves Torrey Pines in the last 5 years at this tournament, T2, T6, T13, T6, T4. He did miss the cut at the US Open, but I can forgive him for that. In the last 12 months, he ranks inside the top 10 for strokes gained tee to green. And in the last 3 months, versus the field, ranks 15th tee to green and off the tee, 25th in approach, and 65th around the greens. He's gaining distance off the tee over the field in in 96% of his last 27 measured rounds. Tony is a monster. He is top 3 in 4 of the key strokes gained categories against the field of Torrey. That is total tee to green, short game, and around the greens. So Tony Finau for me. Tom.
Well, you absolutely nailed it. I think the one thing you missed is he's actually into $23 now. So already been some early movement. But no, I completely agree with what you say in terms of the course record, in terms of the stats that we're looking for. Yeah, I mean, he's shaken off that non-winner tag last year
Yes.
in a small field, but I think new year coming off the back of a win late last year looks like a great bet.
Oh,
Tony Finau.
oh yeah, lock it in, baby. I love it when we go all in. Hasn't worked out in the past, but I love it.
I'd like to know who you've got for your mid-tier.
Yeah, well, this could be. I'll go first.
There's a big mid
There
part of the market
there
there,
is a
so
big-
we shouldn't double up here.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
I'm going Max Homer at
Right.
$51.
One of your old buddies.
He is, but now he's also like Tony, a tour winner. Got a couple of wins. What has he got? 3 wins now. He's a West Coast native. He won the Genesis last year, then the Fortinet Championship 17 starts later. Against the field at Torrey, he ranks inside the top 3rd in majority of the strokes gained categories we're looking at here. He finished in a tie for 18th here last year and T9 before that. Ticks a lot of boxes for me. Max Homer at $51. Tom?
Very nice. I'm going back to the well with Matthew Wolff. Stuck out, yeah. He's pretty hot and cold, isn't he? But I think just looking at his driving distance, his par 5 scoring, he's got to be a shout here this week. He missed the cut last week, but didn't actually play that bad. And he's had sort of 2 wins in his career coming off missed cuts. So big in driving distance, big in approaches over 250, ranks right up there. And yeah, give him a go, Matty Wolf, at $51.
Nice. Paul.
Australian Mark Leishman
Oh,
at $31. He's playing some very, very good golf at the moment, and his putter has gone well for him as well. He finished 10th at the Tournament of Champions, 36 at the Sony Open on a course that probably didn't suit him too much. He had a couple of top fives towards the end of last year. He pretty much, if Tony Finau loves Torrey Pines, then Mark Leishman really, really likes it a lot. He won here 2 years back. He's had a couple of runner-ups at Torrey Pines. The course suits him well. As I said, he is putting-wise 12th in strokes gained putting so far on tour. Also can hit it. Averages over 305 off the tee. So we know he can get it down there. I just like the way he's playing at the moment, and it seems to suit him at Torrey Pines. So got Mark Leishman in at $31.
I did look at Leish, but he's burned me the last couple of weeks.
Oh, you know he's going to strike now.
Definitely win now. But get on, punters. Cool. And Ruffy.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
My Ruffy this week. Gary Woodland at $126. He's pretty much fallen off the face of the earth since winning the US Open in 2019 on the back of some injuries and some bad form. And is somewhat turned into an all-or-nothing type player, which I can get behind. In his last 9 tournaments, he's only made 4 cuts, but the results have been okay. T11, T7, 74th, and T9. So if he makes a cut, he's more or less in contention. He was T48 here last year, missed the cut the year prior, which was, peak injury. And before that, he was T9, T12, and T20. So he knows the course and can hit it a long way. So Gary Woodland at 126s. Tom.
Yeah, we're singing off the same hymn sheet there, Carl. I've got Gary Woodland as well at 126. You always feel like watching this guy, like obviously he's a US Open champion, but is it a bit of a waste of talent, or is it, injuries, like you say, sort of curtailed his seasons the last few years. When he's on. He's one of the bigger ball strikers out there, and for an ex-US Open champion who, can strike the ball and looks relatively suited to Torrey Pines. I think he's my roughie as well at $126.
Trifecta, Paul.
I'm going Mito Pereira.
Oh, yes.
At $101.
Did you ask for permission off Tom?
Yeah, I was going to say, I did look at him as well this week.
He's another one who's got enough distance off the tee to be suited towards Torrey Pines. I would have liked to have seen him over the course a wee bit more than obviously the players that you guys have selected. But he just showed, I think, last season that he's a player on the up. And I think he could get things rolling here. So Mito Pereira at 101.
Nice. Okay. We'll cover all 3 tournaments and we'll do some betting like we did last week. So we'll move on to the DP World Tour and the Dubai Desert Classic. Tom, what do you know about the course and what we're looking for here?
Well, it's the sort of first proper championship golf course in the Middle East, wasn't it? I mean, they've been playing there for years. A lot of bunkers, a lot of water. Guys like Rory have a good affiliation to the course, and some very nice greens to putt on. It should play a lot easier than what we saw at the Yes last week. And yeah, could it's always sort of quite a good watch, I guess, this tournament, and a great field once again.
Starts nice and early too tomorrow afternoon. I think 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, something like that.
Lots and lots of golf tomorrow then.
Yeah. Paul, anything to add?
I'm looking for links form. I think it's very much a link style course. The ability to perform in the desert as well. So combine those two sort of qualities, and I think you'll go a long way to finding a winner or at least a top 5 finish here.
Yeah. Same. I had course form, desert form, links form as the top 3 keys there. I think they've played 30 of the 32 desert classics at this course. So a lot of stats to get in behind there. Pretty big fairways. Guys with length off the tee have an advantage. But like all golf courses, you need to be able to get on the green and putt it in the hole. They've redone all the greens since last year, made them a little bit bigger, a few more undulations, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to go my best bet in this tournament. Man, we talked about briefly before, Tyrrell Hatton.
Oh, get away.
Yeah,
Fair dinkum.
Tyrrell Hatton. He loves desert golf.
×2.
Oh, wow.
×2.
He doesn't love Yas Links, though. And as
What?
I said,
Not when it's
not-
windy
not when
anyway.
it's windy.
And not the 18th hole. Apart from that,
But he did finish T6 last week.
after all that, he
Yep.
finished in the top 10.
Unbelievable. And he's finished 3rd here twice. He's won the Abu Dhabi Championship and, of course, the Alfred Dunhill Links twice. So he's got course form, links form, and desert form. Big tick. Tyrrell Hatton at $17. Paul, that's you too.
B, tick.
Tom?
No way, surely not. He's going for a
No.
McIlroy or a
No.
Morikawa.
No, he's going Hovland.
Oh, I wanted to, but just at the price, I think I've found Bernd Wiesberger at $29.
Ooh.
Basically on course form. He was 6th here last year, and he's had 3 other top 10s here as well. He played pretty well last week, but bogeyed the last couple of holes to just finish outside the top 10. And tee to green, he's one of the best on tour in terms of ball striking. And yeah, I think at $29, the point of difference. I don't think I've ever taken him before, but he's going to be my best this week.
Nice. I also like Shane Lowry here too.
Oh yeah.
But
I've got George Harper,
might
man
hear
on the ground, said Shane's lining up plenty of drinks on Sunday, and he said he'd love to have a reason to be drinking. That is the trophy.
He doesn't need a reason.
how about finishing +5 on the final day and blowing a
Wow.
win last week? There's a reason.
Yeah.
Alrighty, mid-tier.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
I'm going for a guy who finished T2 last week. Rafa Cabrera Bale.
Oh, wow.
Ding
ding.
Really?
Yeah.
This
We
is-
got to finish second, and he's paying $41.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was horrible
I
off
mean-
the tee last week too. He lost about half a stroke to the field off the tee.
Yeah.
And he's a
And runner up here in 2012.
previous winner, not of this tournament, sorry, he won 5 starts ago, the Spanish Open. Former winner here, as you said, he's got a T2, an 11th, a 6th. He's contended an Open, an Abu Dhabi Championship, and gaining strokes on the greens in 5 of his last 11 starts, including nearly 2 strokes last week on the greens. So that'll do it for me. Rafa Cabrera.
Likewise here.
Oh,
No, I'm not going, Mr. Cabrera. I'm going with another person who finished inside the top 10 last week.
let me guess. Is he French?
No,
Oh,
he's English. Mr. Ian Poulter.
Oh, get out of here.
Poulter.
Gross.
I do like him under these conditions. As I said, he finished alongside Tyrell Hatton last week at 7 under in a tie for 6. He finished, when was it? Towards the end of last year in Dubai for the DP World Tour Championship. Also finished in a tie for 6 at 12 under. I know he's starting to get on. I just saw enough of him last week it looked like his all-round game was just coming back again, especially that first round. And I think he handled those windy conditions fairly well in round 2. So I do like the look of Ian Poulter, and I think at $34, I'm going to have a little stab at him. Ian Poulter.
You can have all of them at
Wow.
$34.
Wow.
No thanks. Roughies.
Do I sense a head-to-head bet? Ruffer versus Poulter. Chocolate fish on the line.
Why not? If any of you guys are taking my roughie here, I'm going to...
Oh,
This could
I've got
be
a bad feeling.
Is he South African?
No.
Oh, there we go. That's a good start.
No.
Okay, we're good.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Justin Harding at $101 for me. Another desert player who needs to be considered at odds here. He's won the Qatar Masters in 2019. 7th here at this tournament in 2019. He was 37th in 2020 and 27th last year. So he obviously knows the course. Finished T25 last week, and that was with a blowout 3 over on the final day. Hits it long and straight, 37th in driving distance, 3rd in driving accuracy. He's 8th in greens in regulation and top 30 in putts per green in regulation and average putts. So I will have a little crack at Justin Harding at $101. Tom.
Fair play. I'm taking a hot hand, a man who nearly won his 3rd career DP World title last week, and that's runner-up Shubhankar Sharma, the Indian.
Shubhankar.
Yeah.
Inquiry.
Uh,
Not sure he hits the threshold here.
So you're saying that mids are anything from $30, and then the roughies have to be over 100? I thought we'd scaled the whole thing down. They have to be over 100.
Oh, have we?
I don't know.
Look, you're only here
I'm
for a
asking
couple
you.
of weeks, so we'll let it go.
Yeah, give me the
We'll let it go.
give me the
No,
90s. He's rough. He's rough. But for a guy that finished runner up and still paying $90, yeah, I can't go past him. Desert form. I think before last week he finished tied 3rd at the Spanish Open as well. So he's in nick. I think you can do worse than finding a guy who's had a 3rd and a 2nd in his last couple of starts at $91.
Nice. Paul.
I'm going with Haotong Lee at $101.
Former winner.
A former winner. However, the last 2 times he's had a visit to the Dubai Classic, he's missed the cut. But as you say, back in 2018, he did win this tournament. The following year, he had a top 15 finish. And I think we saw in his first round last week, he was shooting pretty well. He hated the wind on the second day. He blew out completely and missed the cut. But I saw enough on day 1, plus the fact that he has performed here in previous years and won. I'm happy to take Haotong Lee, a former winner, at over $100, 101.
Nice. And now we move on to the LPGA and the Gainbridge at Boca Rio.
This is your one.
My one.
Yeah.
Bit more of a one of the more quirky courses in the rotation. Big wide open fairways, but need to be able to hit the ball both ways as you approach the green and create some shots. The ability to score on par 5s, I think, will be crucial. There's 4 of them on the card. And as always, putting, being able to putt helps. Anything I've missed there, Paul?
No, I think you've pretty much covered it. Yeah, as you say, the ability to shape the ball both ways comes in here big time. And then the flat stick on fire, which I get the feeling we're probably going to be saying every single week pretty much.
Yeah.
as you say, driving for show, putting for dough. That goes pretty much any single time. If you're not firing on the greens, it's very unlikely you're going to be winning a tournament.
Yes.
So,
cool. Tom, anything to add?
No, boys, got it covered.
Alrighty. Get straight into it. My best bet for this tournament. Ooh, I'm going to go Danielle Kang at $17. Last week's winner. No. Can start the year back to back. One thing we didn't mention, this tournament wasn't played here last year. It was played at
where they played last week, wasn't it?
What's it called? No.
The Nona
something or other.
Yeah.
But it's gone back to Boca Rio, where it was played 2 years ago, and Danielle Kang finished third there, 2 shots behind Madeline Sagstrom. She can find a green. She's one of the better putters on tour. She makes plenty of birdies. She was ranked 16th in 2021. She had 33 rounds in the 60s last season, which had her 10th. So I think winning form can see her win again. Danielle Kang at $17. Tom.
Yep, times 2. I basically just saw last week's results. I was close to taking her last week, and I was kicking myself once I saw the leaderboard. $17 for a hot hand. Why not?
Nice. Paul.
Well, I won't abandon Lydia. I'm sticking with our girl. She was around $5 to win last week. She's ballooned out to 11. Probably based on the fact that Nelly Corder is playing so well,
or the fact that there's 3 times as many people in the
field. I think you can rule a line through a number of them. But Lydia is just playing so consistently these days that I just can't not put her in my betting scheme somehow. So, she's ranked 11th in driving distance. She's really sort of ramped up there.
Yeah.
With her new swing. Driving accuracy has never been a problem. Putting average, she's 8th in putting average. So I just really, really like the way she's playing at the moment. So, yeah, Lydia Ko, who is at $11 to win.
Nice.
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
Mid-tier for me. I'm going with someone I picked last week, and she saluted for me last week. Matilda Castron. Speaking of ballooning out, her odds, she's gone out to $71 this week.
Creepers.
Yeah. She was 23rd in driving distance last week, which is almost dead last. But 3rd in driving accuracy, 2nd in green and regulation. So can find a fairway, can find a green. It's more of a hunch play than anything, I guess. I think the Solheim Cup has probably unlocked something there for Matilda, so I'm happy to ride it until she crashes, basically. So Matilda Castron at $71.
Well, you did get a return from her last week.
I did. A whole $3, $1.30, something around. Tom.
I'm going to go with Madeline Sagstrom at $51. Like you say, 4 par 5s, crucial to try and take advantage of those. And she is one of the longer hitters out there, actually. So I'm happy with her at $51 as my mid-tier play this week.
Cool.
I'm going with, if Shane Lowry's playing well on the European tour, I think countrywoman Leona Maguire has, crikey, she's just, the last time I looked, she was 31. She's now $29. So,
well, I guess if we're letting Tom, we can probably let you do it. So,
Leona Maguire, who was another one who was finishing off very, very nicely last season. And if she can return with any sort of that form, she'll certainly be up there. So, yeah, Leona Maguire for me at $29.
Nice. And Ruffy.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
Can't remember if we picked her last week or not. Sophia Popov.
We did.
We did at $126.
We did.
I'm not just doing copy and paste, I promise. She did play well for 3 rounds last week. I think she finished T18. And her final round was a 4 over 76. So not great, but I'll take 3 out of 4. She's in the top half of field and driving distance last week, 12th. She was 10th for greens and regulation. Just let down with the putter. So at $126, if she can get the putter rolling, she is a chance. If not for a top 20, top 10, maybe a win. Tom?
I'm going to go with the Australian Sue O at $101. She's coming across from Aussie, where she won the WPGA Championship Royal Queensland last week. Obviously, a big step up against Corder and Co. and Co.
Boom.
But yeah, $101 for a player in form. I mean, yeah, I don't think she can probably win it. I just feel like these women's tournaments quite top heavy, aren't they? Some of them, like, without looking past the sort of first 5 or 6 players, it's hard to sort of see the winner coming from elsewhere. But $101, I think she's worth the play. Top 20, top 30.
Nice. Alrighty, that's us, is it?
I'm
terms of-
taking Stacey Lewis for
sorry.
my Ruffy. She was my mid-tier pick last week.
She's ballooned out too.
She has to 126. I'm very, very happy to take that. I know round 3 and 4 weren't that flash, but on the Thursday and the Friday, she did look like she was getting back to her best, and she's had success on tour course. She's a mum now. I think that she can certainly finish in a top 10 here. So happy to take Stacey Lewis for a Ruffy.
Nice. Okay, now that's us. Sorry, I'm just building some bets here while we're talking. Let's go to some betting. And of course, we've got $100 to put where we want across the 3 tours this week. I will go through my bets first, we will have some power plays up for anyone interested. They've been going pretty well the last couple of weeks. Not sure if we hit one last week. None of the ones I bet on hit anyway. So
I got Tyrell Hatton, top 20.
you did your part.
I did my
You did your
part.
part for the team.
You guys let me down, but
Shane Lowry let me down. Anyway. Okay, my $100. I just want to make sure 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Cool. $10 on Tony Finau to win at $26. $40 on Tony Finau top 10 at $3.50. Then I will go to the DP World Tour, and I'm going to go $10 on Tyrrell Hatton at $17 to win. $10 on Tyrrell Hatton top 10 at $3.30. And then over to the LPGA. Danielle Kang top 5, $10 on at $5.25. Now I'm hoping, I was told the top 10 market will go up for the woman. So if it does, I'm going to take Matilda Castron at top 10 there. Should be around that $7 mark. So I'll put 10 on her there. And then I'm going to have a little multi. $5 on Shane Lowry top 20, Xander top 20, Danielle Kang top 5. Paying $23.15. So 5 on that. And then I will save my last 5 for one of our power plays that are yet to be published. But I'll let you two know as soon as I've made that selection. Tom, where's your $100 going?
$100. I'm going to look at a couple of multis as well. My first $20 multi is Tony Finau, top 10 at $3.50, with Shane Lowry, top 20 at $2.10. 20 into 147.
Whew.
I'm going to go another similar one in Dubai. Top Australian, Adam Scott, played bloody well last week, looks in the zone. He's paying $2.10. And at the Farmers, the top Asian player, Hideki Matsuyama at $2.50. Again, in the absolute zone. So I'm having a $30 multi there into 157. I'm going, staying in Dubai. I'm sticking with my man Dean Burmester. Let me down somewhat last week, but I think top South African at $5 is a good bet. So I'm having 20 on Dean Burmester as my top South African. I am staying in Dubai and I'm going on my best bet, Bernd Wiesberger. I'm just going top 10 for him at $4.50, 20 on at $4.50 into 90. And my last 10 is going on Victor Hovland to win at $10.
Wow.
Makes sense of that. Bit different, but I mean, a couple of duck eggs in a row, donuts in a row. You got to switch it up.
Chasing the win. Yeah. I'll rate that. Tom.
Okay, let's start with the. Do I go PGA? Yeah. We'll go to Torrey Pines first. I'm going to have a $20 bet on Tony Finau for a top 5 finish at $6. Another $20 bet on Mark Leishman for a top 5 finish at $8.50. Heading to the desert now. I'm taking a $25 bet on Tyrell Hatton for a top 5 finish at $4.50. And then to the LPGA, $10 on Lydia to win at $11. $20 on Lydia for a top 5 finish. And I'm saving $5 for a power play.
Nice.
I'm guessing that Tony Finau is going to feature prominently in our power plays.
I would say so. I can't believe we're all on Tony. I think, imagine Teddy must be, if he's listening to this, Teddy, get that up, yeah. That'll do us. No, it won't.
Are you going to do an offer or
We've
something?
got a little surprise for the listeners.
Hey.
Tom will like this too. This will only be advertised here on the Cut Line. As I say, a little Cut Line special. A $10 bonus bet, a free $10 bonus bet for Cut Line listeners. Here's what you need to do. Head to the TAB website or app. Head to the deposit page. The top of the deposit page, there is a little box that says promo code. If you enter the promo code CUTLINE, one word, CUTLINE, enter that, hit go or accept or whatever the button is. It should come up green and say successfully added. And you'll find yourself with a $10 bonus bet to use on the golf
This weekend.
this week. Yep. The bonus bet expires on Monday. So you can bet live, bet and play, bet after the first or second rounds. You can do whatever you want. Open to the first 250 punters to enter the promo code, or closes at 4 p.m. on Friday, whichever comes first.
And you can only
redeem
it once.
Yes. So, guess we'll see how sick our listeners are.
Yeah.
How badly they want a bonus bet.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
For that, what's the minimum you have to deposit? Did you say that?
No. It's
No
a
deposit.
free bonus bet.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Deposit.
Okay.
Enter promo code CUTLINE, and you will get a $10 bonus bet. Tom.
There's Tom.
He's licking his lips.
As soon as we're off.
Yeah.
No,
No,
that's great.
that is great. A little.
That's
little
a
something,
perfect $10 bonus bet's perfect on one of those power plays or something, isn't it? Or just on the nose of someone to win, Really throw the stumps.
I don't know if we want to steer people into that because it might be the first and only time we can offer it if that happens.
Based on how we've been going, we're in no trouble.
Yeah. No, we do like that. Gentlemen, thank you for a good episode today. Got a lot of options in there for the punters, I think.
Yeah. Looking forward to the power plays.
Yep.
Let's get them up.
Let's do that. Tom, enjoy your week. Thank you.
Cheers,
Same
boys.
to you, Mighty. Stay safe.
Yep.
Cover your mouth. Wash your hands.
I just cancelled my tea time.
Oh, why?
Oh, I've got to work. That's why.
Oh, tough scenes.
Yeah.
Tough scenes. I'm
Unbelievable.
playing golf this afternoon. This
Ooh.
evening. And I'm off to Paraparaumu on Saturday for Interclub. First Interclub match of the year.
Who you playing there?
We're playing against Bulcott.
Wee.
Big old weekend. Anyway, we'll leave it there. Thanks for listening, and we will catch you all next week. Oh, we're not here next week, are we?
No,
We've got a week off.
we got a week off
We'll be back to cover
in 2 weeks.
Is it the Phoenix in 2 weeks? Should have
They
think
start to head
so.
over that, mate,
Yeah,
for
waste-
the waste management.
Waste Management
It's
Phoenix
the-
Open
yeah.
a couple of weeks. So we will be back then, and see you then.
Yeah,
Cheers.
Make use of the promo code.
Yeah.
Cut line.